Last class we have done lot of things. I have defined the whole second course, which I have called spectroscopy. What are the textbooks? Indian writer Rajkumar book I have recommended. Amongst foreign writers I have recommended Banwell for molecular physics and White for the atomic physics. Then I have defined the syllabus, 4 units in the atomic physics and 4 units in the molecular physics. I have given the complete 10 class schedule. Yesterday's class was 0 class. First chapter was electron spin and Stern-Gerlach experiment. Then we have started with the models of the atom. What models of the atom? Chronologically बताइए, what are the models of atom? Because we are starting with atomic physics. Atomic physics is the study of atoms. Atoms are what? So models of the atom start from Rutherford, famous Rutherford scattering experiment. This model was propounded in the year 1912. Same year, whatever Rutherford said, Bohr also adopted the same basic principles. 2 postulates Bohr's model had. That concept of stationary energy state. What was the stationary state? What was leading to stationary state? MVR is NH cross, that was stationary state, and second was how the spectra is obtained. Delta is h nu or sc by lambda or sc omega bar. If I use this concept, then I have used क्या इस concept को कैसे use किया? MVR was NH cross, MV square by R was 1 by 4 pi epsilon Z square by R square. इन दोनों को यूज किया. आई हैव ऑब्टेन्ड V एंड ऑब्टेन्ड R. V वाज C by 137 जो वैल्यू थी आपको मालूम है, Z by N, एंड इसको Vn बोल दिया. Rn वाज A नॉट N स्क्वायर. गुड. इन दोनों को यूज करके एनर्जी बना दिया मैंने. एनर्जी वाट माइनस ME4 अपॉन 8 एप्सिलॉन नॉट स्क्वायर H स्क्वायर. गुड. 1 by N square. This was constant. That value turns out to be minus 13.6 EV by N square. So if this condition is used, because 2 unknowns are there, V and R, therefore I have to require another equation. So another equation he has used classically. Equated the force mv square by the circular motion. Force is mv square by R, that comes from the Coulomb force. It is a classical equation because there are 2 unknowns here, V and R, 2 dynamical variables. For getting 2 dynamical variables, there must be 2 equations. So second equation is obtained from this. Put together, it gives you the concept of stationary energy state. One value of MVR, that is one value of N, one particular value of energy. Second postulate I will use, I will get different lines. Bohr model combines the efforts of 4 great people, Lyman, Balmer, Paschen and Brackett, independently. Those people before 1900 has given certain series. When they have studied spectra, they have given some series before Bohr model. That is why they are already called Lyman series, Balmer series, Paschen series. Not that is a consequence of this. But Bohr model was able to define all the 4 series as a single stroke. From the same model, all those series can be generated. That was the beauty of the Bohr's model also. Good. So quickly, what was Lyman series? Whenever and all these Lyman, Balmer, Paschen, Brackett, these series appear at the emission spectra of hydrogen atom. Emission spectrum means sufficient population is there at the higher levels. So from higher levels, if they jump to level 1, ground state, it is Lyman. If they jump to n is equal to 2, it is Balmer. If they jump to n is equal to 3, Paschen. n is equal to 4, Brackett. n is equal to 5, Fund. You are aware, everybody is aware of all those things. Good. So I am just focusing quickly on these things, how the wave numbers are calculated. This is my starting point. 11th class, 12th class, I am just betting on the 12th class syllabus, nothing more than that. Yesterday's class, whatever I have told you was 12th class. Whatever I am going to do 15 minutes today, that is going to be 12th class. Afterwards my course will start. I will tell you. So my objective in the class in telling the Bohr's model is not to study Bohr model. Objective is what are the drawbacks. Because our syllabus starts from fine structure. So first of all, what is normal structure? Then we will talk about the fine structure and then we will talk about the hyperfine structure. Good. So here we will be studying on fine structure. Syllabus is fine structure of hydrogen atom, not the simple lines of the hydrogen atom. Good. Those lines are the part of 12th class syllabus. Good. So but that is the starting point. So think. Most important aspect will be thinking what are the drawbacks in the Bode's model. I have to correct those drawbacks because energy level change will give rise to certain lines. And all the historical things, Lyman, Balmer, Preston, bracket, what are they? Historically done by 4 different people. All of them become subset from the Bode's model. Bode's model are able to explain all the 4 efforts. Good. If something extra is observed, that extra is called fine structure. That extra has to be explained. So what was Lyman, Balmer, Preston, bracket? Lyman series is En is minus 13.6 by En square EV. And ये एनर्जी की वैल्यू कब आएगी, ध्यान रखना. एनर्जी what energy I have taken, never forget energy what I have taken, P square by 2m plus V, only this value. Kinetic plus potential, non-relativistic kinetic energy plus central potential, correct. Attractive potential between proton and electron, once that has been taken into account, is this En. Lyman series. So in Lyman series, what is the final destination? कहाँ आना है? Where it has to come? NF is 1. From NF 1, it can come from 2, 3, 4 and up to infinity. So just try to appreciate. वैसे तो ये है, देखो, try to understand. This is the nucleus. This is the ground state. Ground state energy is minus 13.6 eV. Maximum energy has to be given to detach an electron from here. Next is, this was n is equal to 1, it is n is equal to 2. Energy level here is minus 13.6. Minus 13.6 by 4. Energy keep on increasing. Most negative. That means maximum energy has to be given to remove an electron from the inner one. That is why it is most stable. Most stable means maximum energy you have to give to remove the electron from the n is equal to 1 level, ground level. N is equal to 3 level. N is equal to 4 level. And सबसे दूर हो जाएगा तो क्या हो जाएगा? n is equal to infinity. Whenever n will be infinity, then energy will become what? 0. 0 means kinetic energy is equal to potential energy. 0 means what? Kinetic energy half mv square is equal to what? Z square by 4 pi epsilon naught r. Both of them are same. Kinetic energy is positive, potential energy was negative, total energy ये था नहीं तो half mv square that was the total energy. Total energy becomes 0, kinetic is equal to potential. Whatever the velocity, that is the velocity of escape. It is at the verge of escaping. Electron will leave. After that total energy will become positive. As long as total energy is negative, electron is bound. And whenever total energy becomes 0, that means kinetic energy is able to counter the central attraction. Whenever kinetic energy, what electron is increasing, kinetic energy is increased. Good. So when the kinetic energy is able to counter the attractive energy, then it is at the verge of escape. Beyond that, atom will get ionized. उसके बाद क्या होगा? Energy जब भी होगी, it will get ionized. E is equal to 0. Whatever the velocity here will be, that I will be calling escape velocity. Equate. You can get the velocity from here to escape from the atom. As long as E is negative, it is bound. So try to understand they are all. So I am making these diagrams. This is n is equal to 1 energy level. Energy levels are exactly this. They are different values of R. Energy means different values of R. Motion with respect to R determines the energy level. Ground level. N is equal to 2 level. N is equal to 3 level. N is equal to 4 level. Definitely along with the scale you can make. Quickly. That is how spectra I will draw. N is equal to 1 minus 13.6 eV. Hydrogen atom I am drawing. Minus 13.6 by 4. N is equal to 2. Minus 13.6 by 9. Minus 13.6 by 16. और आखिरी बना देते हैं. What is this? 0 level. This is Zero level. Good. This is first line. This will be called first line of Lyman series. Second line of Lyman series. Third line of Lyman series. And last line of Lyman series. This whole is Lyman. Lyman means coming to what level? ENF is equal to 1. Final level is 1. That is this. So हम एनर्जी लिख लेते हैं. देखो ENI was what? Minus 13.6 by NI square. ENF is what? Minus 13.6 by NF square. Good. Delta E will become what? ENF difference. ENI minus 13.6 1 by NF square, or I would have written difference I have to write 1 by NF square minus 1 by NI square. Difference I have written. Good. NF minus NI minus sign. 13 points. This is in EV. This is in EV. So what is NF here? 1 by 1 whole square minus 1 by NI square. NI is 2, 3, 4 up to infinity. This is the first line. First line. Good. Try to understand here the minimum energy gap. Minimum energy gap means minimum frequency, minimum wave number. On photographic plate, देखो how I will be drawing the lines. Omega. Omega means frequency or wave number. Both the things are same. Omega bar. Omega bar is called wave number 1 by lambda. Multiplied by some constant c, it is frequency. Both the things are same, whether I write omega or nu, and it is opposite of lambda. So on the photographic plate all lines are drawn with respect to what? Omega. Omega or nu is proportional to delta E. Higher the delta E, higher will be omega. Good. Last line. So for first line, this is called first line, क्योंकि इसका omega 1 minimum है. What is omega 1? Energy difference is minimum. This is first line. You can easily calculate. क्या डालेंगे यहाँ पर? 1 by 1 square minus 1 by 2 square. That is delta E. And what is delta E? SC by lambda. Delta E क्या है भैया? SC by lambda. 13.6 EV 1 by 1 square minus 1 by NI square. SC क्या है? 1240 EVNM. 1240 EVNM. You can find out the lambda or 1 by lambda. 1 by lambda is omega. Omega. So omega could be easily obtained from this for different levels. So you just check what is the omega 1 of the first limit and what is the omega 1 for the last one. Last one के लिए what is NI? Infinity. NI is infinity. So that is I would have called 1240 EVNM into omega bar. 1 by lambda is omega bar is 13.6 EV. Last line के लिए omega infinity whatever I call, for omega infinity what is NI? Infinite, correct? So it is simply 13.6 EV. So omega कितना हो गया? What is omega? 13.6 EV upon 1240 EV NM. EV कट गया. NM goes here, what it becomes? 10 raised to power 9. 10 raised to power 9. So you can calculate omega bar 13.6 into 10 raised to power 7 upon 1240. What? Meter inverse. What you get it? Meter inverse. Good. That is omega. If I multiply by C, it will become frequency. If I reverse it, I will get the wavelength. उल्टा निकाल रहा हूँ, लैम्डा निकाल के देख सकते हैं. That lambda, this whole, this is the first line, omega 1. Then last, this is omega infinity. Omega 1, it is omega infinity. Last one is called series limit. What is this called? In all of them are written in wave number units. This is the first line, this is the last line. In between there are so many lines. This is omega 2. What will be omega 2? How I will get omega 2 from here? 1 by 1 square minus 1 by 3 square, correct? First line omega 1 is what? 1 by 1 square minus 1 by 2 square. Now next line 1 by 1 square minus 1 by 3 square. That is what? Everything is coming to this. You can calculate, that is not my domain. All of them. ये 9 अगर वेवलेंथ में कैलकुलेट करेंगे तो 912 से 1200 एंगस्ट्रॉम्स के बीच में आएगा. That is lambda. Lambda will lie from 912 angstroms to 1200 angstroms. 1200 angstroms will be the first line. 912 angstroms will be the omega infinity. Omega infinity. Highest frequency, lowest wavelength. Highest frequency, lowest wavelength. Good. So देख लीजिए लास्ट का वेवलेंथ कितना आएगा यहाँ पे. और ये जो 13.6 है इसको बहुत बार RSC भी लिख देते हैं. This try to understand this formula. Minus ME4 upon 8 epsilon naught square H square. It is dimensionally that of energy 1 by n square. इसमें 80 से मल्टीप्लाई कर दिया दोनों नीचे. This is called R. ME4 upon 8 epsilon naught square CH cube. That is called Rydberg constant. ME4 upon 8 epsilon naught square H square था, SC I multiplied. This is called Rydberg constant. ME4 upon 8 epsilon naught square CH cube. Now it is dimensions of 1 by lambda. Now it is dimensions of 1 by lambda. So SC by 1 by lambda. That is RHC. R dimensional is 1 by lambda. That is meter inverse. This value, everything you can put it here. R turns out to be what? 1.1 into 7 meter inverse. 1.1 into 10 raised to the power 7 meter inverse. That is R. So इस ऐसे भी लिख सकते हैं इसको, सेम यूनिट. En is minus RSC Z square by N square. Value of RSC is 13.6 RSC. So अगर हमें सिंपल En by SC चाहिए माइनस R by N square. So अगर डेल्टा E चाहिए था, डेल्टा E in the wave number unit 1 by lambda is nothing R 1 by Ni square minus 1 by 1 by Nf square minus 1 by Ni square. For Lyman series, Nf is 1, Ni is 2, 3 up to infinity. Whenever Ni is 2 is the first line, omega. When Ni is 2, it is the first line. First line का क्या हो गया? R 1 minus 1 by 4. What it becomes? 3R by 4. So what is lambda I? 4 by 3R. Good. ये R की वैल्यू डाल दो. क्या हो गया? 4 upon 3 into 1.1 into 10 raised to power minus 7. कितना हो गया? 4000 by 3.3. It is what? 1200. Roughly equal to 1200. This is 1200 angstroms. First line is in the terms of wavelength. First line in terms of wavelength is 4 by 3R. It turns out to be 1200. ये सब 12वीं क्लास में लोग पढ़ते हैं 1200 angstroms roughly. And for series limit 1 by lambda infinity is R 1 minus 1 by infinity. Good. It's simply R. So lambda infinity is what? 1 by R. 1 by 1.1 into 10 raised to power minus 7 meters. 1 by 1.1 is what? 912. It is 912 angstroms. आराम से देख सकते हैं जाके. So series limit is 912 angstroms. ये जो lambda infinity it is 912 angstroms. And what is the first line? 1200 angstroms. So whole Lyman series lies between what? In terms of wavelength? 912 angstroms to 1200 angstroms. Where it is lying? What is this region of the spectrum? This is called ultraviolet. Less than 4000. Below 4000. 4000 angstroms is violet. Correct? Less than 4000 is called ultraviolet. So Lyman series, whole Lyman series, first line to the last line is lying in what region? Ultraviolet region, UV region. Good, that is a UV wavelength. Definitely you could have compared. The spectra is always written in terms of wavelength. So wave number. जो स्पेक्ट्रा बनता है फोटोग्राफिक सीट में, that is drawn in terms of what? Wave number. That means frequency. Because higher energy should be the higher position, lower energy should have the lower position. So first line is that of lower energy. Lower energy means lower frequency, lower wave number, correct? So 1200 angstrom line is the first line and 912 angstrom line is the last line. Good, lowest wavelength, because they ask you what is the first line. They have asked in civil services examination here also, although this is not the part of syllabus. But every alternate year they ask some question or the other question on the Bohr model, because it is essential. Without understanding Bohr model we cannot proceed further. So it is very much part of the syllabus. Every year, 1-2 साल छोड़ के they ask some or the other question on the Bohr model. What is the first line of Lyman series? What is the last line? So I have calculated 1 by lambda is R, 1 by NF square minus 1 by NI square. Correct? Whole series I have measured. Emission spectra. What is spectra? Emission. Now if they come to n is equal to 2 level, same formula I am going to use. 1 by lambda is R, 1 by NF square minus 1 by NI square. If NF is 2, then NI must be what? 3, 4, 5, then it is called Balmer series. Very important, we have to just discuss about this. So देखो भैया, what is the first? This is n is equal to 2, good. This is the first line. This is the first line of Balmer. This is the second line of Balmer. And this is the last line of Balmer, correct? So omega Balmer infinity, that is infinity. This is omega 1. So what is the first line? What transition leads to first line of Balmer? 3 to what? 3 to 2. Good. This Balmer series you will calculate will lie in visible region, and first line is called proper noun. First line is proper noun. It is name, cannot be changed. Nothing. You cannot write anything on your own. First line is n is equal to 3 to n is equal to 2. Good. It is proper noun. So what is proper noun? H alpha line. H alpha line is its name. So whenever I will utter the word H alpha line means where does H alpha line occur? Visible spectrum, that is Balmer series, first line of Balmer series. Whenever I am calling proper noun, that means it is a name. So H alpha line arises is the first line in the Balmer series, that is n is equal to 3 to n is equal to 2 transition. N is equal to 4 to n is equal to 2, another proper noun, H beta line, second line. N is equal to 5 to n is equal to 2, it is called H gamma line, and last is the series limit. Forget. Good. H alpha beta gamma delta. So in alpha beta gamma delta are observed in Balmer series. H alpha line, H beta line, H gamma line, H delta line. Where do they occur? They occur in the Balmer series. First line of Balmer series is called H alpha line. Calculate the wavelength of H alpha line. 1 by lambda H alpha. H alpha means Ni is 3 to Nf is 2. That is H alpha. R 1 by 4 minus 1 by 9. कितना हो गया? 5 R by 36. Good. So lambda H alpha is 36 by 5 into 1.1 into 10 raised to power minus 7 meter. Good. आराम से देख सकते हैं 36 divided by 5.5. 36 divided by 5.5. First line कहाँ चली गई? 7000 angstroms. It will be roughly 7000 angstrom. Good. Highest wavelength. Visible का last है, red color की है. पहली line, this line is red. This is H alpha. Similar way you can calculate H beta. And now I am writing series limit. H infinity. What is infinity? R 1 by 4 minus 1 by infinity. R by 4. This is 1 by lambda H infinity. So what is lambda H infinity? 4 by R. 4 by r. 4 by r. What that becomes? 4 upon 1.1 roughly. Roughly it is 4,000 angstrom. 38, 3700 angstrom. Good. So whole series lies between what? 4,000 to 7,000 angstroms. That means which region? Visible. So Balmer series of hydrogen atom lies in which region? Visible region. First line is 7,000 angstroms, highest wavelength, lowest frequency. Second line is 4,000 angstroms. Good. They are lying in visible part of the spectrum. Good. Similar way, next line, next series I would have called. ये खत्म कर दिया Balmer series. This was Balmer series. This was what? Balmer. बहुत सारी होंगी. फोटोग्राफिक स्लेट में ऐसे ऐसे बना देंगे. We will keep on making this. ये सीरीज लिमिट हो जाएगी ओमेगा इनफिनिटी. This omega 1. So many lines. This is H alpha line, H beta line, H gamma line, so on and so forth. Correct? H alpha 7,000 angstroms. Wave number will be lowest. Wave number will be lowest. Try to understand. Diagram is drawn in terms of increasing omega bar. ये कैसे लिखा जाता है? Increasing omega. That is how I call the first line. First line means minimum frequency, minimum energy, maximum wavelength. Minimum energy difference. Minimum energy difference causes the first line. Next higher, next line. So H alpha line is particular wavelength. H beta line is particular wavelength. H gamma line is particular wavelength. H infinity line is particular wavelength. That was well studied by Balmer. It is called Balmer spectra. What is this called? Balmer series. Balmer has independently studied that. And here I am getting it everything from the Bohr's formula. From single Bohr's formula it is obtained. Similar next series was studied by Paschen. Paschen means finally NF is equal to 3. Coming from 4, 5, 6 infinity. That is Paschen series. Lies in infrared region. You can calculate the wavelength lies in infrared. Now Paschen, then bracket and then Fund. All the remaining 3 lines series, all of them are called series, will lie in infrared region. All others are lying in infrared region. That is not my domain. 12वीं क्लास का पढ़ाने के लिए मैं नहीं खड़ा होता हूँ. इतना मुझे जरूरत था, इसके आगे का मुझे कोई जरूरत नहीं है. I have just told you how the lines are coming. That is a series. Definitely anything could have been asked. You must be in a position to answer that. So now what is H alpha line? What is H alpha line? H alpha line means transition from n is equal to 3 to n is equal to 2. What is H beta line? 4 to 2. H gamma line 5 to 2. They are having distinct wavelengths, distinct and vastly different. They are large difference. H alpha line is 7,000 angstroms. Calculate what is H beta line. Calculate what is H gamma line. Calculate. There is no other way out. Draw the spectrum of Balmer series. First line I have calculated 7,000 angstroms. What is the second line? I am discussing Balmer lines, Balmer series of hydrogen atom. It is first statement must be arises where the Balmer series arises? Emission spectra. कहाँ पर है ये? Emission spectra. The final destination is NF is equal to 2. And formula I am using 1 by lambda is R 1 by NF square minus 1 by Ni square. R is called Rydberg constant. NF is 2. Ni is 3, 4, 5, 6. Lambda H alpha already I have calculated is roughly 7,000 angstroms. H alpha lines was from n is equal to 3 to n is equal to 2. This transition is called H alpha line. Lambda H beta बताइए क्या हो गया lambda H beta? H beta is called n is equal to 4 to n is equal to 2. बताइए H beta कितना? बस इतने से काम हो जाएगा मेरा. हाँ 5,000 angstrom. Good. Look between alpha. If I draw on the photographic plate, that is omega. Omega increasing. Omega increasing. First line is this. Where does the first line lie in terms of lambda? 7000 angstroms least omega, correct? Next line lies at 5000 angstroms. Next may be lying somewhere else. Good. It is H alpha, it is H beta, it is H gamma. ऐसे से लेकर सीरीज लिमिट तक जाएगी. Where it will go? H infinity. Good. That is the Balmer series. Whole of them is lying in visible spectra. Good. That is the hydrogen atom is account for. That was done by Balmer. Balmer has independently obtained these lines. 7000 angstroms, 5000 angstroms. Next, whatever the calculation yields, all of them fitted into the Bohr's model. Good. Good. That is how the Bohr could explain this spectrum. Now, what are these heights? What are these heights? I have made these heights. Bohr didn't make these heights. What this height did denote? What this height may denote? Heights denote intensity. Bohr model does not explain the intensity. Bohr model में कहीं कोई फार्मूले में नहीं है कि कौन सा कितने हाइट का होगा. Nowhere intensity of the line is specified by the Bohr model. Bohr model is valid for what kind of atoms? Single electron atoms. If there are 2 electron atoms, does the Bohr model apply? No. So first thing is that Bohr model is valid for simplest electron atom. बोलिए भैया क्या पूछना है? कुछ पूछना है क्या? Yeah, height is intensity. Energy is nothing to do with that. Height denotes in atomic spectra or molecular spectra only intensity. Good. Intensity. Height denotes intensity. So we are trying to tell you most important aspect is starting point is what are the drawbacks. First of all, hydrogen atom, Bohr model is valid for only what kind of atoms? Single electron atoms. So many electron atoms, multi-electron atoms, complex atoms, it is not valid. It cannot explain the spectra. It doesn't give you the general principle. If there are 2 electrons, then potential energy will not be J square upon 4 pi epsilon naught R. I don't understand. Single electron, then only central attraction. If there are 2 electrons, then electron repulsion and other things has to be also taken into account. Good. So it explains the spectra obtained by only simplest electron atom like single electron atom like hydrogen atom. It is only for valid for hydrogen atom. It is not valid for complex atoms, good, or multi-electron atoms, and it doesn't evolve any basic principle which can be applied to all atoms. It doesn't give you any basic principle which can be applied to all basic atoms. Good. And logic is why MVR is equal to n h cross. Why not MVR is n square h cross or 1 by n square h cross or 2n plus 1 h cross? Why only MVR is n h cross? Is there any justification for MVR is equal to n h cross offered by Bohr? No. Wave particle duality is independent concept, comes in the year 1924. Good. Wave particle duality is independent concept. So this Bohr basic, he has showed that energy basic, he removed the discrepancy of the Rutherford model by coining that MVR is equal to NH cross, then energy is, both of them are dynamical variables product, MVNR, VNR, dynamical variables, their product, if it is a constant, this is conserved. Good. But there is no justification. If somebody asks why it is only NH cross, why 1H cross, 2H cross, why not n square or 2n plus 1 or something, it didn't add any logic. Good. But because it was able to remove the discrepancy and it was able to put the effort of 4 great people into single model, it found wider receptivity and Bohr was a respected figure. That also was counted. But main discrepancy, main criticism is that how that quantization condition comes. MVR is equal to NH cross, why not something else? There is no justification for that. And due to that there are many criticisms. It is only for first criticism is that it is only valid for single electron atoms. It is not able to explain for multi-electron atoms. Second thing, it doesn't talk about intensity of the lines. It doesn't talk about the intensity of the lines. What should be the intensity of which line? Nothing. Silent. It is silent about the intensity of the line. Second, good. Second thing, most important thing. देखो भाई, Bohr model is proposing what between H alpha के बाद कौन सी लाइन आएगी इस मॉडल से? सिर्फ H beta आएगी. Can there be any other line? No. 2 में आ रही है, 3 से 2 में आ गई, नेक्स्ट कहां से आएगी, 4 to 2, next will be 5 to 2, so on and so, nothing else. But whenever we observe between 7,000 angstrom to 5,000 angstroms, there are 7 good lines. Seven lines. How many lines are here? 7 lines. Good. Similarly, H beta line 5000 के एंगस्ट्रॉम्स के आसपास भी कितनी लाइंस आएंगी? 7 lines. Good. These lines are not being explained by the Bohr model because Bohr model के next line कौन सी? 7000 के बाद कौन सी आनी चाहिए? 5000. After 5000 is H gamma lines. Correct? Whatever is this. So 7 lines which are happening in the vicinity of 7000 angstrom, that is H alpha line. 7 other lines which are happening, which are occurring, which are observed in the vicinity of 7000 angstroms is not being explained. These lines which are not being explained by Bohr model is called what? Fine structure. What is this called? Fine structure. So fine structure is something more than the Bohr model. Good. And whatever is the Bohr model, that is also the solution of eigenvalue problem. Try to understand. Whenever I would have worked out the eigenvalue problem, then also I get the same formula minus 13.6 EV by N square or RSC by N square. Same formula is obtained by working out the eigenvalue problem also. In quantum mechanics, whenever it is developed, then also the same formula. So that is limitation of even quantum mechanical model also. In 1926, when the quantum mechanics is developed and we use the same H psi is equal to E psi for measurement of energy, there also I have demonstrated by solving the hydrogen atom problem in the last class that energy turns out to be what? Minus me4 upon 8 epsilon naught square h square 1 by n square. Correct? Minus me4, ऐसे याद होना चाहिए भैया फार्मूला, minus me4 upon 8 epsilon naught square h square, which I can also write RSC z is by n square. Good. SC से multiply कर दिया, R becomes dimensions of 1 by lambda. That should have been there. So by working out the eigenvalue problem also I get the same result. But eigenvalue problem gives you the justification for why MVR is NH cross. It doesn't start with MVR is equal to NH cross. It has started with your eigenvalue problem, and I have demonstrated that angular momentum is quantized not only in magnitude but also in direction. Earlier I have said MLH cross, only one component of L can be measured along with the magnitude, and that component is quantized. 1h cross, 2h cross, 3h cross, minus 1h cross can also be there LZ. So that kind of thing we have. So now I have not used MVR is equal to NH cross. Angular momentum but quantized. In magnitude and direction angular momentum is quantized. That condition was coming. So now that criticism is ruled out that MVR is NH cross. How that formula comes? Now it comes by solving eigenvalue problem. But that solution also limits that third point which I am talking. First point, it is only valid for single electron atom. Second point, it does not explain, Bohr model does not explain the observed intensity patterns of the line. Third, it does not explain the fine structure. This is called fine structure. Is it clear what is fine structure? Fine structure. Fine structure of H alpha lines comprises of how many lines? 7 lines. याद रख लो क्योंकि स्ट्रक्चर बनाना पड़ेगा, आपको एक्सप्लेन करना पड़ेगा why these 7 lines are accounted. That is a chapter called fine structure of hydrogen atom. So my starting point is fine structure of hydrogen atom, not the hydrogen atom. Fine structure of hydrogen atom. How these 7 lines, why H alpha lines are giving 7 lines, H beta lines are giving certain lines, H gamma lines are giving certain lines. They are not random. These 7 are not random. I am not, whatever the principle I will evolve to explain fine structure of H alpha line, same way you can explain the H beta line, same way you can explain the fine structure of H gamma line or any other line. Correct? So we are going to evolve some framework. Physics does not talk about randomness and arbitrariness that 7 lines are observed. 7 lines have been observed, it is experimental result. But how theoretically we will explain the observation of 7 lines, that is the job of a model. That is job of a model, and we will be doing it. That model which will be able to account for all those kind of things, we will be calling vector model of an atom. What? Vector model of an atom which will rely on another kind of quantum mechanical property which is called spin. We have to take into account spin. यहाँ पर कहीं spin लिया है क्या? Energy क्या है सिर्फ? Orbital motion p square by 2m. plus the attractive energy of the nucleus, nothing else. Good. Spin motion has not been taken into account. If spin motion of electron will be taken into account, some other terms have to be coming into the energy. Here whatever I have measured, even in eigenvalue problem, whatever I am working out, I am writing what operator I am writing, H. Hamiltonian means what? Kinetic plus potential energy for conservative system. But we do not take into account the spin motion. We do not take into account into the spin motion. That is why there are a lot of discrepancies. Now we have to take spin of motion of electron also into account to account for the fine structure. So already I have told you what are the drawbacks due to which spin has to be proposed. Fine structure of atoms or fine structure of hydrogen atom is one of the main discrepancies in the world of physics which are not being explained without taking spin into account. That is why we will propose that apart from orbital motion, electron is also performing spin motion. Good. So third thing was fine structure. Fourth thing was whenever any atom is kept in the presence of magnetic field or electric field. Magnetic field or electric field. So whenever atom is kept in the presence of magnetic field, it is called Zeeman effect or Paschen-Beck effect. A strong field, when the field is high, then it is called Paschen-Beck effect, and whenever the field is weak or intermediate, it is called Zeeman effect. Good. So it does not explain observed Zeeman effect and Paschen-Beck effect. Zeeman effect and Paschen-Beck effect means effect of atom being kept in external magnetic field. Good. If the atom specimen is kept in the presence of magnetic field, what happens? It splits into various energy levels, are split into various sub levels, and one line is resulting into various components. Good. So that is also not being explained by the Bohr model. Bohr model does not explain Zeeman and Paschen-Beck effect. And if I apply electric field, then it is called Stark effect. So Bohr model neither explains Zeeman effect or Paschen-Beck effect or Stark effect. Good. None of these things are explained. And why all these discrepancies? Because he has said MVR is equal to NH cross. There is no logic for that. It does not evolve any basic principle, but it was greatly success at that time because it was able to remove the discrepancy of the Rutherford model which was leading to unstable atom. Atom would have eventually fallen on the nuclei. Good. Good. So you are clear what are the drawbacks of this? What is fine structure? Fine structure of hydrogen atom means observation of various other lines in the vicinity of H alpha lines, H beta lines and H gamma lines. How we will account for that fine structure? Good. We will be doing in due course of time. Fine structure, intensity, Zeeman effect, Paschen-Beck effect, all those things can be explained only when we will be considering the spin motion of electron. There are four basic discrepancies which are called pre-spin riddles in the world of physics. Pre-spin riddles. Gyromagnetic ratio of ferromagnetic substances, fine structure of atoms, explanation of Zeeman effect and Paschen-Beck effect and Stern-Gerlach experiment. These four things can be explained only when these are the historical evidences in support of spin. This question has been also asked in 2001 exam for 10 marks. What are the historical evidences in support of spin? Four factors I have told you, they are called riddles in the pre-spin physics. Pre-spin physics. If spin is not introduced, they are not being explained. Gyromagnetic ratio. कौन सा? Gyromagnetic ratio. What is gyromagnetic ratio? What is gyromagnetic ratio? So is it clear what is the beginning of Bohr model? Why we are studying Bohr model? So step by step समझ लीजिए. देखिए रदरफोर्ड मॉडल, रदरफोर्ड के बाद कौन सा आया? बोर. बोर के बाद कौन सा आया? सोमरफील्ड. सोमरफील्ड के बाद कौन सा आया? डिराक्स क्वांटम मैकेनिकल थ्योरी. डिराक्स quantum mechanical model, that is also called vector model of an atom. Good. These days we explain the atomic spectra by what model? Vector model of an atom. Chronological study. रदरफोर्ड के बाद कौन आया? बोर. बोर के बाद कौन आया? सोमरफील्ड। इसका मेन आइडिया क्या था? MVR इज NH क्रॉस, एंगुलर मोमेंटम मैग्नीट्यूड इज क्वांटाइज्ड। यहां पर कहेगा एंगुलर मोमेंटम इज नॉट ओनली क्वांटाइज इन मैग्नीट्यूड बट आल्सो इन डायरेक्शन। सो LR को लिखूंगा, LR इज NRH क्रॉस, L theta is N theta H cross. That will lead to that orbitals are elliptical in shape. What kind of orbitals? Elliptical. LR radial motion, NR H cross, this is N theta H cross. Angular momentum, basic beginning, whatever we get in the quantum mechanics, angular momentum is quantized in magnitude and direction. Bohr has introduced that angular momentum is quantized in magnitude, although there was no justification, but justification comes from the wave particle duality. Whenever we use wave particle duality, justification automatically comes. पूरी ऑर्बिट कितनी? 2 pi r. 2 pi r must be equal to what? N lambda. Lambda is what? H by p. So already MVR it becomes NH cross. But when wave particle duality is what year? 1920s. Good. And Bohr model is precursor to wave particle duality. Good. So at the time of Bohr model there was no justification for MVR is equal to NH cross. But that justification came after 8-10 years. Correct? 1912 का ध्यान रखिए, MVR is equal to NH cross. पहले तो हमने Bohr wave particle duality whenever it is discovered, de Broglie which year? 1924. 1924. de Broglie's concept is 1924. आराम से लिख देता है ऑर्बिट. ऑर्बिट का रेडियस कितना? 2 pi r must be equal to n lambda. Lambda is h by p. h by p ये हो गया p into r is what? nh by 2 pi. That is how wave particle duality easily establishes the MVR is equal to NH cross. Same thing we get in quantum mechanics also. Angular momentum is quantized in magnitude, whatever the value, but angular momentum is quantized in magnitude. That was Bohr was saying. Sommerfeld has gone one step ahead, not only quantized in magnitude but also in direction. So try to understand both these results comes from solution of eigenvalue problem. Whenever we work out r theta by theta is also quantized, LZ is also quantized. LZ is MLH cross and theta value will give you L root LL plus 1 H cross. So both these conditions are coming. So Rutherford, Bohr, after Bohr comes Sommerfeld, and after Sommerfeld comes Dirac's क्वांटम मैकेनिकल मॉडल. अभी तक कहीं स्पिन नहीं है, ध्यान रखना. देयर इज नो स्पिन. स्पिन कम्स ओनली इन द ईयर 1925. बिफोर 1925 नो वन नोज व्हाट इज स्पिन. बिल्कुल समझ लीजिए, 1925 से पहले दुनिया में किसी को कुछ नहीं मालूम कि व्हाट इज स्पिन. सो ओनली व्हाटएवर द डेवलपमेंट हैज टेकन प्लेस आफ्टर 1925 वी विल प्रपोज द कॉन्सेप्ट ऑफ स्पिन. So what are not being explained due to spin I have already told you. So Dirac's quantum mechanical model, it takes into account electron spin. इसी को कहते हैं, इसी का better word है, broader word for any atom. Dirac's quantum mechanical model, it was for hydrogen atom or hydrogen like atoms. Dirac's quantum mechanical model explains the fine structure of hydrogen atom. What does Dirac's quantum mechanical model do? Explain the fine structure of hydrogen atom or single electron atoms. Dirac's. Whenever I will generalize means for any atom, multi-electron atoms, then I will call it vector model of an atom. Basic principle, whatever is for hydrogen atom, it will evolve, we will convert into many electron atoms. Good. Then last model is called what? Vector model of an atom. कुछ नहीं है, इसमें भी वही करूंगा, यहां पर भी वही करूंगा. Total angular momentum of an atom is a vector sum. Angular momentum is quantized in magnitude and direction. That is eigenvalue problem. Good. Angular momentum, we are knowing only orbital angular momentum, but to explain many things, concept of spin was used for the first time in Dirac's quantum mechanical model to explain the fine structure of hydrogen atom. Then we will generalize. Every atom may have the spin. So every atom, total angular momentum, every, whether single electron or 2 electron or 3 electron or multi-electron, for every atom, total angular momentum will be orbital angular momentum plus spin angular momentum. Angular momentum is a vector quantity, correct? So J will be L plus S. That is called vector model of atom. Nothing else. Energy is alpha L dot S. We will prove that in due course of time. हाइड्रोजन एटम में भी यही करूंगा. सेम थिंग आई एम गोइंग टू प्रूव हियर दैट J सिंगल एटम के लिए लिखूंगा L plus S. This phenomena I will call spin orbit coupling. In single electron atoms, what phenomena this will be called? Spin orbit coupling is the phenomena for single electron atoms. And whenever I will write for many electron atoms, I am going to call it LS coupling or JJ coupling. L plus S, it becomes J. Vector sum हो गया. L is a vector, S is a vector. J is the total angular momentum. Now J will get quantized in magnitude and direction. That is what is a quantum mechanical result. Correct? Spin has been taken into account. That is the essence of vector model of an atom. L plus S for any atom is equal to J. Short it is called LS coupling. LS coupling is the phenomena of many electron atoms. Correct? Spin orbit coupling is the phenomena of single electron atoms. Good. So spin has to be taken into account to explain what? Fine structure of hydrogen atom. Who does it? Dirac's quantum mechanical model. समझ में आ गया? पूरा पिक्चर क्लियर हो गया क्रोनोलॉजिकली. रदरफोर्ड के बाद बोर ने भी बहुत बड़ा कंट्रीब्यूशन दिया कि एंगुलर मोमेंटम इज क्वांटाइज्ड इन मैग्नीट्यूड. Then comes Sommerfeld. Both of them take no spin into account. That is why many things are not being explained. Now for fine structure other things, you will take spin into account. Spin is purely quantum mechanical concept. We will be using this. Good. पूरा सिलेबस भी संग खत्म हो गया है बता देने से. क्या क्या सिलेबस में लिखा हुआ है? इलेक्ट्रॉन स्पिन. Who confirms electron spin? Stern-Gerlach experiment. Good. So concept of spinning electron and Stern-Gerlach experiment is the starting point. That is how, if I will explain that electron is having spin motion, we will be able to explain the fine structure of hydrogen atom by Dirac's theory. Finished. And what phenomena I will evolve? Spin orbit coupling. Good. The basic principle, whatever I will evolve in a single electron atom, now I will generalize. That holds good for many electron atoms. And single electron atom in a single stroke, I am talking about the first group elements. Not only hydrogen, H, Li, Na, K, RbCs, Fr. Whole alkali metal spectra can be explained by the same principle. Good. Single electron atom. Multi electron atoms में हम चले जाएंगे किसमें? 2 electron atoms, 2 electron atoms, Be, Mg, Cs, R, Ba, Ra. 2 electron atoms. And for explaining that in many electron atoms, L and S will give you what? J. Good. That is called LS coupling. यही सिलेबस में लिखा हुआ है. LS coupling हो जाएगी, उसके बाद मैग्नेटिक फील्ड लगा देंगे. It is called G1 effect. Good. 4 topics. All the things are connected. Try to understand. From first class to last class, everything is connected. So angular momentum is a vector quantity. L plus S is J. If only L before spin, ये जो MVR था बोर मॉडल का, ये क्या है? What is MVR of बोर मॉडल? कैसे है? What kind of motion? This is nucleus. Electron is performing about whom? Nucleus with velocity v. What kind of angular momentum it will generate? Orbital angular momentum. This is the value of orbital angular momentum. L was MVR, was an H cross. Correct. Orbital angular, only L. No S I have taken into account. Because S has not been able to taken into account. S has not been able to taken into account. That is why we are not able to explain the fine structure. Good. So if I do not take this S into account, if I do not account S, we are not able to explain 4 facts. What are we are not able to explain? Gyromagnetic ratio. ये कौन सी चीज है भैया? ये बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट है. Gyromagnetic ratio. Gyromagnetic. What is gyro? What are gyrations? Gyrations माने क्या होता है? माने क्या होता है? इंग्लिश में क्या होता है gyrations? क्या? रोटेशन. तो आराम से बोलो यार, मालूम है आपको अंग्रेजी में? क्या मालूम है? Gyration means what? Rotation. Rotation creates magnetic field. Gyromagnetic ratio. So whenever anything rotates about anything, if anything rotates about anything is orbital motion, anything rotates about its own axis is spin. Good. Any smaller body moving about the bigger body, it is called what kind of motion? Orbital motion. Good. So whenever a body rotates either about its own axis or about anybody else's axis, that is about the nucleus for example, then it possesses angular momentum. What does it possess? Angular momentum. R cross P. As long as R cross P is non-zero, it possesses angular momentum. Classically also, spin motion also will give you the angular momentum. Angular momentum. So angular momentum is the cause. Gyration gives rise to what? एंगुलर मोमेंटम. ये दो तरीके का हो सकता है. अभी तो हमारे पास सिर्फ स्पिन नहीं है. इफ नो स्पिन देन व्हाट काइंड ऑफ एंगुलर मोमेंटम? ओनली ऑर्बिटल एंगुलर मोमेंटम. Only orbital angular momentum. So electron is orbiting about the nucleus with velocity v. Good. Electron is a charged particle. What is electron? Charged particle. Good. In one full cycle, one full round, charged particle, one full round. What is the time in one full round? Time period. Time period. And time period can be what? Omega by 2 pi. 2 pi by omega. Time period कितना है? 2 pi by omega. That is the full time. So what will be current created? What is the current created? What is current? E by T. E by T, a charge moving in a one full cycle is equal to a current loop. How much is the current created due to this? E by T minus E by dq by dt. So it becomes what? E by 2 pi or E omega by 2 pi. If this would have been proton, circulating proton may be orbiting about the neutron or common center of mass, then what would have been the current created due to proton? Plus E omega by 2 pi. प्रोटॉन भी हो सकता है भाई साहब. न्यूक्लियस के अगर अंदर बात करूंगा जाके, inside the nucleus there is a neutron about common center of mass. Proton can also perform circular motion, which is not my concern right now, but in whenever I will be studying nucleus, then I will ask the same thing. Proton can also perform the orbital motion about common center of mass. System is only one neutron and proton, maybe many other neutron and protons. I am not interested. So one electron produces how much current? Minus E omega by 2 pi. And accelerate charged particle is equivalent to a what? Magnetic dipole. Every charged particle is equivalent to a magnetic dipole. What is magnetic dipole moment? I into A. Correct? I into A. बताइए इसका मैग्नेटिक डाइपोल मोमेंट कितना हो जाएगा? इलेक्ट्रॉन चक्कर लगा रहा है. I into A. I is what? E omega by 2 pi. And what is A? Pi r square. Pi pi कट गया. क्या हो गया? E by 2 r square omega. What is called r square omega? Angular momentum per unit mass. Correct? R square omega. R and omega are two dynamical variables. V into r is called angular momentum multiplied by m. Correct? Angular momentum per unit mass. This is called what? Angular momentum. R square omega L by m. लिख दूं? R square omega को क्या लिख दूं? L by m. E by 2m L. Good. समझने की कोशिश करिए. So, म्यू था, म्यू की वजह से क्या हो गया? E by 2m L. m R square omega लिख दिया. That I have written as L. Good. Good. It is classical. क्या किया हमने? Classical. Orbital motion is classical. What has to be present for mu to be generated? क्या होना चाहिए कम से कम? अरे भैया जब तक घूमेगा नहीं, जब तक रोटेट नहीं करेगा, L नहीं होगा तो म्यू होगा क्या? L नहीं होगा तो म्यू होगा क्या? If L is 0, then what will be mu? 0. Good. No orbital angular momentum, no magnetic moment. Good. Magnetic moment is a consequence of angular momentum. Magnetic moment is a consequence of angular momentum. Whenever a charged particle orbits or spins, it will create magnetic moment. ठीक है भाई? L is the cause, mu is the effect. ये स्केलर है E by 2m, डेरिवेशन बता दिया. It is a classical. I am treating electron as a rigid sphere, rotating about the bigger body. Rotate किया, mu is I into A. E I have written E omega by 2 pi r square omega m से multiply कर दिया, divide कर दिया, E by 2m L. Good. Mu is a vector quantity, L is a vector quantity, E by 2m is a constant. Good. ये समझ में आया क्या डेरिवेशन किया? mu is E by 2m L. सबको मालूम है, 11वीं क्लास में पढ़ के आते हो. mu is equal to what? minus E by 2m L. L is the cause, mu is the effect. ध्यान रखिए, L is the cause, mu is the effect. That is what gyromagnetic ratio means. Gyromagnetic ratio. Due to gyration, what I am creating? Magnetic moment. Mu is created. Mu by L. Mu by L. Magnitude. Is magnitude mu by magnitude L. What is the value? E by 2m. Definitely electron के minus value है. E by 2m. Good. E by 2m is called gyromagnetic ratio. समझ में आ गया? Gyromagnetic ratio. Due to gyration, what is created? Magnetic moment is created. Magnetic moment is a consequence of gyrations. That is angular momentum. Classically, what kind of angular momentum is there? Orbital. So ये था, ये मुझे मालूम है, बहुत पहले से मालूम है, सबको मालूम है. This is already known. It is nothing big deal. Everybody knows this. In the world of physics also everybody knows this. Now my problem is that gyromagnetic ratio is obtained for what materials? Ferromagnetic materials. And ferromagnetic materials, what ferromagnetic materials? FeCO(Ni). किसी एक का कन्फिगुरेशन याद है क्या किसी को? एटॉमिक नंबर किसी का याद है? 3 में से 26 आयरन का, उसका 27 और उसका 28, करेक्ट? Ni का 28. Where are the electrons? Optically active electron which can be sent from one level to other level. D. Good. कितने? How many? D है कैसे? How many electrons? They will have L is equal to 0. Whatever are they, those electrons gives you L is equal to 0. Net orbital angular, अपने यहाँ पे रैंडम बोल के इसकी बात को मत सोचो, जाके देखो उसका कन्फिगुरेशन क्या है. If I am not wrong, it should be S2. Here L is 0 for them. For ferromagnetic materials, L turns out to be 0. No orbital angular momenta. Active electron do not give anything to the orbital angular momenta. Optically active electrons. We are not interested into the paired electrons. Paired electrons always give you angular momenta is a vector quantity. Paired electrons gives you angular momentum 0. Paired electrons, net angular momentum is 0. So if there are paired electrons, angular momenta is 0. Orbital, and what kind of angular momentum is known to me? Orbital angular momentum. So orbital angular momentum is 0. But the fact is, gyromagnetic ratio turns out to be twice than that of obtained due to normal calculation. Normal calculation is E by 2m, and what here I am getting for ferromagnetic materials? E by m. Good. That is the discrepancy. Value turns out to be E by m. That is twice of E by 2m. When L is 0, I cannot account for Y mu L. When L is 0, mu L must be 0, because mu L is nothing, E by 2m L. इसको mu L बोल दूं, mu L. Mu due to L is mu L. Mu due to L is mu L, E by 2m L. Good. But observed thing is, when L was 0, then mu L must be 0. But in ferromagnetic substances, even when L was 0, mu L was turning out to be, mu L by L was turning out to be twice. Gyromagnetic ratio was twice than that of earlier, that is E by m. E by m. Good. L is 0. So how to explain that? I would have easily called it is arising due to spin motion. समझ में आ गया? I am saying an atom is having, apart from orbital motion, spin motion also. Then when the orbital angular momentum is 0, whole J will become due to S. So S है, इसलिए mu S हो जाएगा. यस है, इसलिए म्यू एस हो जाएगा। समझ में आ गया? तो हमने म्यू एस कैसे कहा? प्योरली क्वांटम मैकेनिकल कॉन्सेप्ट। म्यू एस बाई एस इज एक्सपेरिमेंटली ऑब्जर्व्ड वैल्यू। व्हाट इज द वैल्यू म्यू एस बाई एस? ई बाई एम। गुड, दैट इज ट्वाइस ऑफ ई बाई 2m। रिजॉल्व कर दिया डिस्क्रिपेंसी। नाउ आई एम गोइंग टू कॉल इट, ट्राई टू अंडरस्टैंड, म्यू एस बाई एस ई बाई एम। तो हम ऐसे कहते हैं म्यू एस इज व्हाट? E by 2m 2s. Good. Quantum mechanically, in order to explain, that is why I am due to s. Mu s is there, therefore mu s by s is E by m. E by m, E by 2m into 2. I have written into the same way. There was L, therefore there was what? Mu L. What was mu L? E by 2l. Now there was yes, therefore there must be what? Mu s. You know, I have resolved the discrepancy. All other things will also be resolved. That is, apart due to orbital motion, there will be spin magnetic moment. Due to orbital motion, there was spin orbital angular moment. This magnetic moment, same way, E by 2m 2s. Good. Good. That is called gyromagnetic ratio. अब देखो यल और एस था, एटम के पास क्या दोनों होगा? इलेक्ट्रॉन्स कैन है, बोथ द एटम्स कैन है, बोथ काइंड ऑफ मोशंस। टोटल एंगुलर मोमेंटम इज क्वांटाइज्ड इन मैग्नीट्यूड एंड डायरेक्शन। करेक्ट, दैट इज द रिजल्ट ऑफ एंगुलर मोमेंटम प्रॉब्लम। एंगुलर मोमेंटम इज क्वांटाइज्ड इन मैग्नीट्यूड एंड डायरेक्शन। सो नेट जे विल बी क्वांटाइज्ड। नेट जे कैन बी ड्यू टू एल एंड एस, दैट इज वेक्टर मॉडल ऑफ एन एटम, दैट इज कॉल्ड एलएस कपलिंग। एनीवे यू कैन कॉल, we will be doing in due course of time. इसलिए यल और यस, यल था इसलिए ये था, यस है इसलिए ये है। यल और यस हो जाएगा तो क्या हो जाएगा? जे हो जाएगा। इसी को क्या कहते हैं? एलएस कपलिंग फॉर मेनी इलेक्ट्रॉन एटम्स। हम एक्सप्लेन करेंगे, पहली क्लास में सब कुछ नहीं बताया जा सकता, लॉजिक समझा दिया। यल प्लस एस इज जे। आप समझने की कोशिश करो। व्हेन द जे हैज बीन फॉर्म्ड, देन अब क्या होगा? म्यू एस नहीं होगा ना, तो म्यू एल होगा। अब क्या होगा? म्यू जे होगा। तो हमको ये क्या लिखना पड़ेगा? ई बाई 2m जे। तो अब जरा थोड़ा अच्छे से लिखेंगे, म्यू एल इज ई बाई 2m जी एल एल। जी एल क्या होना चाहिए? व्हाट्स द वैल्यू ऑफ जी एल? 1। सिंगल स्ट्रोक आई एम ट्राइंग टू राइट, म्यू एस E by 2m GSS. What should be GS? ये क्या होना चाहिए? ये क्या होना चाहिए? What should be this? E by 2m GJJ GJJ। वहां GL था, यहाँ GS था, यहाँ क्या होना चाहिए? GJ due to combine. L and S has been combined, it must be GJ. GJ is called, अगर देखो देखो समझने की कोशिश करो, if S is 0, if S is 0, then what is J? L क्या हो गया? L हो गया। ये क्या हो गया? GL हो गया। सेम फार्मूला, दिस is mu L. If L is 0, then what? S E by 2m GS, yes, mu S. Good. So J है, so mu J is E by 2m GJJ. E by 2m GJJ. Logically, we will derive this formula. We will derive this formula for mu J. Very important in Zeeman effect. How mu J comes. But logic is G is called Land's G splitting factor. What is G? GJ is called Land's G splitting factor. सिंगल स्ट्रोक मैंने सब खत्म कर दिया। फॉर जीएस, फॉर स्पिन मोशन इट इज 2, फॉर ऑर्बिटल मोशन इट इज 1, फॉर स्पिन मोशन इट इज 2, ऑर्बिटल मोशन इट इज 1। म्यू जे ए बाय 2m जीजे जे। जीजे इज ए प्योर नंबर। व्हाट इज जीजे? प्योर नंबर। म्यू जे बाय जे इज कॉल्ड व्हाट? जाइरोमैग्नेटिक रेशियो। म्यू जे बाय जे इज कॉल्ड व्हाट? gyromagnetic ratio, it becomes nothing E by 2m Gj. It becomes E by 2m Gj. I have resolved all the discrepancies by introducing this. So angular momentum is the effect, magnetic moment is the consequence. Angular momentum is the cause, magnetic moment is the effect, consequence of angular momentum. Good. Total angular momentum is there. Therefore total magnetic moment mu j. समझ में आ गया कॉन्सेप्ट ऑफ म्यू जे. J is quantized in magnitude as well as in direction. J only I can measure J along with magnitude, and only one component of J can be measured, not anything. Only one component of J can be measured, that is the result of angular momentum problem. Jz, I can measure only Jz along with the magnitude of J, that is J square Jz is 0. That is the quantum mechanical result. So हम सिर्फ Z कंपोनेंट मेजर करेंगे, हमें म्यू जे मेजर नहीं होता. म्यू जे का मैग्नीट्यूड करने के लिए J का मैग्नीट्यूड लिखना पड़ेगा. But mu j, what is quantized? Mu j z, because jz is quantized. Try to understand. This is angular momentum problem. J square jz, jm is 0. This means J square jm is j 1h cross square jm. J is the total angular momentum quantum number of an atom, and Jz Jm Mj H cross Jm. How many values to Mj? Minus J2 plus J. How many? So mu J Z, angular momentum is discrete. Jz is discrete, therefore magnetic moment is also discrete. Mu j z is nothing, E by 2m Gj jz. समझ में आया भैया? तो J का ओनली सिर्फ Z कंपोनेंट कैन बी मेजर्ड. I can only measure Z component of J or X component of J or Y component of J. That is the quantum mechanical angular momentum problem. Angular momentum can be only measured along a specified direction along with its magnitude. J square definitely coming from Jx square, Jy square, Jz square. But only one component can be measured along with the total thing. That is what we have been doing in the coming earlier 20 classes of quantum mechanics. This is the only quantum mechanical result I have used. Angular momentum is quantized in direction Jz. So यहाँ Jz obtain करना है मुझे. That is why I have written mu Jz is Jz. Jz is what? Mj H cross. So it becomes discrete. ये लो लिख दिया वैल्यू Jz को. Jz is Mj H cross. Eh cross by 2m Gj Mj. Mu Jz becomes what? That becomes mu Jz becomes Eh cross by 2m Gj Mj. Mj is quantum number varying from minus j to plus j. Eh cross by 2m Gj Mj. Eh cross by 2m. This Gj is a pure number. Mj is a pure number. This is mu j. So this term is having dimensions of magnetic moment. Eh cross by 2m dimensionally is what? Magnetic moment. Eh by 4 pi m. H cross is h by 2 pi. It is what? Eh by 4 pi m. Good. Dimensions of magnetic moment. Proper noun. Eh cross by 2m. What is E? Electronic charge. What is M? Mass of electron. It turns out to be Eh by 4 pi m. Dimensionally it is what? Magnetic moment. It is proper noun in atomic physics. It is called Bohr magneton. Bohr magneton. Written as mu B. Written as mu B. Proper noun. Calculate कर लीजिए घर में जाके, नहीं तो याद कर लीजिए. 9.27 एग्जाम में पूछता है into 10 raised to power 24. 9.27 into 10 raised to power minus 24 जूल पर टेस्ला. जूल पर dimensions of magnetic moment, joule per Tesla, that is EH cross by 2 is written as mu b. Mu b, pure constant. What is this? Pure constant. We will give you the significance. Definitely, whenever a dipole is kept in the magnetic field, what is the energy? जब हमने कोई मैग्नेटिक डाइपोल को मैग्नेटिक फील्ड में रख दिया, mu is kept in B. B is what? Magnetic field. A dipole is kept in the magnetic field. Magnetic dipole is kept in the magnetic field. What happens? Torque X. Essential thing is what? Torque X. What is the torque? Mu cross B. ये सबको मालूम होना चाहिए. 11वीं 12वीं क्लास का है, 12th क्लास. इसके ऊपर ही बिल्डअप करता हूँ. Torque is whenever a magnetic dipole or electric dipole is kept in the electric field, then what X? Torque. P cross E. If it is electric dipole, then torque is what? Torque is always R cross F. R cross F. R cross F is quantified. It turns out to be P cross E or mu cross B. यहाँ पर torque लगेगा mu cross B. Torque is mu cross B. What is the job of torque? What does torque do? Torque tries to rotate dipole in the direction of field. No torque is, no field was there. These dipoles were randomly aligned. Dipoles are vector quantities. What are dipoles? Vector quantities. They are randomly aligned. Every atom may have large number of dipoles. Dipoles, unpaired electrons constitute dipoles. Unpaired electrons constitute dipoles. No magnet, no field is applied. Dipoles are randomly aligned. Net dipole moment will become 0. One of them will cancel each other and net will become 0. But if the magnetic field is applied, what is the job of magnetic field? Aligning those dipoles in the direction of field. Rotate करते हैं उनको, dipoles को rotate कर देते हैं, घुमा देते हैं और कहाँ ले जाते हैं? Direction of field. In that process work is done. Good. So if dipole was making an angle theta with respect to magnetic field, angle between mu and B is theta, and torque has acted, then it is rotated by angle d theta. What is the work done? Tau d theta. समझ में आ गया? इसको खोल दूं तो ये हो गया mu b sin theta. Mu b sin theta. And work done du or de. E I am calling work done when the dipole has been rotated by an angle d theta. Tau d theta. क्या हो गया? Mu b sin theta d theta. Good. Classically. So what is the work done? Energy कितनी हो गई? Integrate कर दूं. Minus mu b cos theta. Correct? Which is nothing. ये सबको मालूम है. Everybody knows this. So whenever a dipole having magnetic dipole moment mu is kept in the external field B, then net work done is what? Minus mu dot B. Good. Mu dot B. And mu is only discrete. Mu is only discrete. So अगर हमने कहा B is applied to a z axis, B, whatever the direction B is applied, I am calling that direction is z axis. Then क्या हो जाएगा? Mu G Z into B. हमने B को अगर ये कह दिया, B को लगा दिया कौन से डायरेक्शन में? Z बोल दिया, अपनी मर्जी है Z बोल दिया, तो ये क्या हो जाएगा वैल्यू? Mu Z B. Mu Z B. Correct. एनर्जी लेवल हैज बिकम mu Z B. Mu Z लिख रखा है, mu Z हमने ये लिख दिया. क्या? Mu B G J. यही है ना mu Z? गुड. सो पूरा एनर्जी का एक्सप्रेशन आ गया. म्यू जे जेड क्या हो गया? देखो म्यू बी बी म्यू बी बी जी जे एम जे याद कर लेना. क्लास खत्म कर देते हैं. इज म्यू बी बी जी जे एम जे खत्म हो गया पूरा कोर्स. दैट इज जीमैन इफेक्ट. इफ द फील्ड इज एक्सटर्नल फील्ड इज जीमैन इफेक्ट. इफ द फील्ड इज इंटरनल इफेक्ट इज एलएस कपलिंग. सिंगल इलेक्ट्रॉन एटम इट इज स्पिन ऑर्बिट कपलिंग. सिंगल स्ट्रोक सारे खत्म हो गए मोहित जी. Good. If B is the external field, then is Zeeman effect. Every atom is having magnetic dipole moment, correct? Due to orbital motion and spin motion. J, consequence of J is mu J. And when the field is external field, interaction will occur like this. This is the formula in Riemann effect. Mu B B, Gj Mj. One level is split into 2J plus 1 sub levels. Then transition we will write delta Mj 0 plus minus 1. I will say it is Riemann effect. We will explain. If it is many electron atom, then field is internal. No external field is required. Then it is called LS coupling. Then same thing I will be calling LS coupling. If it is single electron atom, it is spin orbit coupling. We will explain fine structure. Same kind of thing we will have. Same logic we will be dealing in the next class. I have given you a lot of background in today's class. I have introduced the gate things. In next 2 classes or 3 classes we will be concluding all the things. We will meet tomorrow same time, same place. Class is concluded. धीरे से चले जाइए.